Good evening and welcome to Sports Central on EzeSportsTV. We are back to talk sports once again. It's all about the EPL, the English Premier League. Of course, we are already towards the end part of the season, and we're going to be talking about the title chase, of course, the top four chase in the EPL. I have Harrison with me, as usual. Harrison, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Kesta.
I remain the anchor of the show, Kester. And of course, today we are focusing on the game between Liverpool and Manchester United. A very big derby game between Liverpool and Manchester United. The two, it's one of the two of the best clubs in English football, of course, European football as well. Manchester United, a team that is fighting to make sure they finish in the top four of the Premier League. Currently, they sit in the fifth position after winning their game at the weekend against Norwich City. Cristiano Ronaldo hat-trick, won them that one. Of course, Liverpool, a team that is just sitting 1 point behind champions Manchester City in the table. Of course, going for the quadruple themselves, Liverpool. They are going to be facing Manchester United today at Anfield in a game that is so important for both clubs. Of which both clubs will like to win. Harrison, what a game we have in our hand. Manchester United traveling to face Liverpool at Anfield.
Well, of course, it's a good game for both sides, like you rightly said. Watching the game we had last weekend between City and Liverpool, this particular fixture is as important as that particular fixture because to Liverpool, they want to win today to go above City, of course, depending on what City plays tomorrow. And United, on the other hand, would want to win, at least to close the gap on Tottenham Hotspur. The fact that Tottenham lost that game over the weekend against Brighton, United will be hoping to get that win, if possible, to see if they can actually move further. So it is a must-win for both sides. Liverpool wants to chase all four trophies this season. Already won the EFL Cup, already in the FA Cup finals, Champions League semi-finals, and of course, you need to keep pace with Manchester City. As far as this year is concerned, I think the game between Manchester City is the first game I've seen Liverpool failing to pick all 3 points. They've been in exceptional form, and of course, when you try to compare this fixture to the first leg of this fixture, we know how disastrous it was for Manchester United. Right there at the Old Trafford, it was a Mo Salah day scoring a hat trick, and of course Diogo Jota getting a goal, and of course Naby Keita getting the first goal for Liverpool. It was really disastrous for Manchester United. Paul Pogba getting sent off in that particular fixture, and I think Manchester United, looking at that, would want to come today to prove, and at least for the rivalry between them and Liverpool, for the sake of their top four hopes, and of course for the sake of the fans. They would want to come out today, give all everything out. But we're talking about Liverpool, one of the best team in the whole world. So it's going to be a tough one.
It's quite going to be a tough one for Manchester United. But he pointed at the reverse fixture earlier this season when Manchester United hosted Liverpool, ended 5-0 in favor of Liverpool, that one. And how do you see Manchester United since then? Can we say they have done anything differently? Judging from how they have played so far, even when they changed the coach, sacking Ole and bringing in Ragnick, can you say there have been any positive change as far as Manchester United side is concerned, facing Liverpool this time around at Anfield?
Well, I think it got worse for United. Coming to this particular fixture, it hasn't gotten any better. Sacking Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, you would actually think Raf coming in with his wealth of experience, the way he was talked about by the press, regarding to his job with RB Leipzig, Salzburg, and of course Hoffenheim, you would think he's coming in to steady the ship. But since he came in, it's as if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer had a better result coming into the season than him. United haven't actually improved. It's been down the hill for them since he took over the reign. They've been so inconsistent. We've seen Manchester United struggling to win games when Cristiano Ronaldo is not there. He comes back, he scores her hat-trick. He comes back, you see them having that hope of winning a game. And then when he's out there, when he's not playing, you see United struggling so bad. And of course, Ronaldo will not be playing today because of the death of his son. United have actually given him time to go be with his family as they are mourning. You would think that him scoring a hat trick over the weekend will actually motivate him and also Manchester United. But we've seen them, whenever Ronaldo doesn't appear, we see United becoming a shadow of themselves. So I don't think Raf has actually improved this team. It's been worse every day for them.
Yeah, I mean, but I think we can still point out that they have remained in contention for top four. In as much as, of course, we acknowledge that Manchester United have not really improved under Ralph Ragnick, but having make sure that they remain in the conversation of making it a top four. Do you think they still have that chance of, seeing it up at the end of the season? Of course, you mentioned how important Ronaldo is to the team. He's not going to be playing tonight because of his family issues and all that. And getting that hat trick over the weekend is quite prove how important he is to this Manchester United side. He's not going to be playing, but don't you think they still have what it takes? I mean, with the way they have also tried to manage the crisis in terms of remaining in the conversation for top four, do you see Manchester United trying to see it off at the end of the season?
Well, I actually wouldn't give it to Manchester United. I don't think they've actually managed to stay within that conversation of the top four. I think the whole them being around that conversation boils down to Arsenal and Tottenham form over the season. We've seen Arsenal struggling to win games in recent times, playing so badly, and of course Tottenham picking that form at the right time. Giving five games of beating. But we know that before that particular run of fixtures, we've seen Tottenham struggling, going 5 games without winning any game. They were so inconsistent. And of course, we've seen them losing over the weekend. So I don't think it's boiled down to Manchester United having a good season or trying to keep themselves close to the conversation of the top four. No, I think it's more of the other people who are competing for this particular position with them also fumbling and not taking their own chances.
Yeah. I think I agree with you. But for Liverpool, I mean, we can't overemphasize how important this game is to them. A win will take them above Manchester City, probably temporarily, because City will be playing tomorrow against Brighton. But I mean, Liverpool, a team that have played so well, especially coming into the new year, winning a lot of matches. As you rightly pointed out, they've only drawn that game against Manchester City in the Premier League. Others have been, always win-win for them. Liverpool also managed to beat Manchester City at the weekend to make it to the FA Cup final. This is a team that is riding in confidence. They have everything working for them, facing, pushing for all trophies they could possibly win at the end of the season against the Manchester United side playing at Anfield. What do you think Liverpool is going to have in their mind? Falling up in the pitch.
Well, I mean, no disrespect to Manchester United. Over time, I would give them a lot of course, a lot of benefit of doubt because, of course, they are Manchester United. But when you look at Manchester United play, even against what seems to be the worst opponent in the division, you see them struggling. You see that Manchester United looks like they have one of the worst defense as far as the league is concerned this season. They concede a whole lot of goals against teams you actually wouldn't expect to score against them. Then we're talking about the Liverpool side who score goal for fun. Even when Mo Salah is not really having a good form, we still see Liverpool playing so well and scoring lots of goals. The fact that Mo Salah is on the team, I mean, gives them a nice boost. In as much as his form dropped, some players in some teams, when you don't play like you used to, you get to lose your spot. But when you have a player like Mo Salah, you as a coach wouldn't even want to drop him. Liverpool, knows what it takes at this particular point in time. They have quite a good number of course, they have one of the best squad in Europe, and this squad have actually been together for some time now. They know what it takes to win this league, and they know coming into this game, it's all or nothing for them. They need to come all out against United, and I know United have actually not been playing so well. I mean, if they continue with the form they've had coming into this game, I trust me, Liverpool is going to trash them today.
So Liverpool will be playing. Of course, the coach have always pointed out that every other players are very fit coming into this fixture. But you mentioned the form of Mo Salah. He hasn't scored for Liverpool in the last 5 games now. But he's still Mo Salah. The coach said he's always close to scoring in every game they play. At the end of the day, I mean, this is a feature. He had a hat trick in the reverse fixture earlier this season, and facing the United side. Do you think it's going to be a moral boost for Mo Salah to step up his game and prove again that he's still the top man for Liverpool. Of course, even when he's not scoring, we've seen Mane, stepping up his game. We've seen Jota, Firmino, and all of them, they are scoring goals for Liverpool. But for Mo Salah, I mean, do you think he should score in this game to show that he's still the man for Liverpool?
Well, Salah doesn't need a particular opponent to score a goal to motivate himself to prove his worth for Liverpool and for football. I mean, regardless, even if he doesn't score in these particular games, but then you know how porous United have been defensively, and Mo Salah would actually want to leverage on that to see if he can actually get some goal for himself. Even in the first leg, when United wasn't as bad as they are at the moment, you saw how Mo Salah performed in that particular fixture, getting a hat-trick and, of course, an assist in that particular game. He played so well. And, of course, I think in this particular game, he will be looking to take his chances and see what he can do. This is Mo Salah we're talking about.
Wow, what a game we're going to be having this night at Anfield. Liverpool facing Manchester United is going to be at 8 p.m. Nigerian time. Of course, Liverpool trying to see if they can win all trophies that are involved in this season already. They've won the Carabao Cup, that's the League Cup. They knocked out Manchester City to be in the FA Cup final. They'll be playing Chelsea in that one. Of course, they made it into the Champions League semi-final as well. And just 1 point behind Manchester City right there in the EPL table. If they win today, they will move ahead of Manchester City, pending when Manchester City, of course, plays their own game tomorrow against Brighton. Of course, Manchester United, at the other hand, wants to make it to the top four at the end of the season. A win for them against Norwich at the weekend boosted the chances. Of course, Cristiano Ronaldo getting a hat-trick in that one. They sit behind Tottenham at the moment, of course. As a matter of fact, Tottenham side also trying to see if they can make it, cement or stay in their position right there in the fourth position. Harrison, is a game that both sides must win, as it stands now, to make sure things are going the way they plan or they want it to be at the end of the season. What is going to be your prediction in this particular game?
Well, in as much as I understand from the Manchester United perspective that they would want to come into this game knowing that a victory will take them 3 points above Arsenal, and of course on same point with Tottenham Hotspur, at least that will bring them closer to the fourth place, even though Tottenham will still be ahead on goal difference. But Liverpool, I think they understand that this game they need it to actually get to the next stage. Every particular fixture, and as far as the league is concerned, now is a final for Liverpool, and United are not playing so well. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's a 3-0 victory for me for Liverpool. That's my prediction.
Okay, a 3-0 win for Liverpool. As far as Harrison is concerned, that is his prediction. They're going to be playing Manchester United at Anfield. Of course, we'll see that match at 8 p.m. Nigerian time to see if that prediction is going to be correct. It's all about the title chase, of course, the run to finish in the top four at the end of the season. Liverpool going for the trophy. Of course, Manchester United, a team that wants to finish in the top four. It's still Sports Central on EzeSportsTV. Thank you, Harrison, for always coming around.
Thank you so much for having me.
The main caster, the anchor of the show, and all thanks to Ralph and Collins for always being behind the cameras and making sure you see us live from here. Thank you for always being there with us. Bye-bye.